Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you would like to know the price, simply click on the link in the description below. If you would enjoy our videos, we greatly appreciate it if you would buy a watch at JazzTime.com. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the Rolex Submariner Reference 16610 stainless steel with a black dial. I'm going to talk to you about the bezel, the dial, the case, the bracelet, movement, try it on, and give you my thoughts. Let's dive right in. It's 40 millimeters. That means from my thumb to my index finger, they don't make this watch Submariner in any other size other than 40, which is a good size for a man, an average man. And it's also the only size that they make, and it actually has become quite standard for a man's watch to be 40 millimeters. Probably because of this watch right here and its predecessor, which is also the Submariner, just has a different reference number. So what else about it I can tell you is that the case, the thickness of the case, I think it's around like 12 millimeters is what I measure with my calipers. It's a decent thickness. You don't want your watch to be too thick. At the same time, you don't want it to be too thin, because then it doesn't feel substantial. But then it being too thick, it doesn't fit under your sleeve cuff. So you have to think about that. Okay, now let's go on to the movement. The movement is using a 3135 movement, which has been around with Rolex for like 30 years. It's then been replaced by the newer model, and I have that one here to show you briefly. It's right here, although this one's green, this one's black, but still. Okay, now if you look at them on the side, they're about the same in terms of thickness. But the one on the right has a ceramic bezel. There's many other things. I can't really go through that with you because this review is about the 16610. I just wanted to show you that the newer one, although it has the newer movement 3135 on your or 3235 on the right, the one on the left has a movement 3135. Although you can't see the difference, you can't see it anyways, and they both work just as good. So I wouldn't really worry about that. Okay, now let's move on to the bezel. The bezel here is unidirectional, and that makes sense because this watch is actually designed for divers who are calculating elapsed time when they are underwater. So let's just say, for example, you were about to dive in, you would set the arrow at the minute marker, dive into the water, and after some time, the time would change. Let's say 30 minutes had passed, and it would look like that. 27 minutes, and you could simply look. Now the good thing is that the bezel is unidirectional. That means you can't go to the left, as in this way. You can't add more time. You can only subtract. I'm sorry, you can't go to the right. You can't subtract time. So you might think, oh, I've been down for 32 minutes, which is not as bad as having been down for 27 minutes. Or if your actual time is 27 minutes, and your watch tells you you've been down for 35 minutes, that's okay. Then you'll have extra air. But if it tells you you've only been down for 15 minutes when you've actually been down for 27, well, that could be really bad. So that's why they designed it that way. I think it's quite smart. Unidirectional bezel with markers right here to tell you, highly legible. Because remember, this was a dive watch. It can still be used as a dive watch. In fact, many people use it as a dive watch. So let's move on to the bracelet. Now the bracelet is this one in particular has a model code of 93250, but it's basically a oyster bracelet. Now, it has 3 links across, and Submariner is only made with oyster bracelets. It has a safety clasp, meaning you click it over once and you click over a second time. Now, if you were to compare this, for example, to another watch, the buckle is this is from a GMT, which I have here. Pepsi GMT, by the way, and if you look at the buckle is much thinner. Now the reason for this is because the Submariner buckle has a deployment. You can press here, this little button right there. Most people probably don't even know what that is. They just think it's like a bullseye or something. But you can pull on it, and then you can somehow get this thing out. I don't really want to pull on it because it looks really. And I can't do it while I'm on YouTube, so okay, well, you know what? I'm not gonna do it, but I guess you can just use your imagination that this thing would come out. Oh, just kidding, I am gonna do it. Kaboom! There it is. So the deployment comes down. Now, what is the purpose of all this? Well, if you were wearing a wetsuit, now look at how big this thing is. It could fit around your 8mm, 7mm wetsuit, so you could still tell what time it is. And you could also check elapsed time. That's how you use the deployment. You put it in like this, and then you just click it. See how easy that was? Only took me like 2 tries. Okay, anyways, I told you I would try it on and give you my thoughts. And my thoughts are that this is an amazing watch. And I don't just mean that because I'm trying to sell this watch. I'm saying that because I actually have this watch. I've sold this watch many times, and I don't really need to talk it up in order to sell it because this darn watch sells itself. It's a Rolex Submariner. If you haven't heard of Rolex Submariner, well then you should click on the link in the description below and take a look at some of our Submariners so you can understand a little bit about this watch. It's really awesome. It's iconic, and I think it should be in every single person's inventory or collection, I should say. Alright, so if you like this video, subscribe or go click on the link in the description below to buy it. Thanks.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.